Hi, my name is Melissa Leroy, and welcome to my kitchen. I am a certified holistic nutritional practitioner, and I work with Dr. Joseph Picone at Foothills Wellness Center. Many people ask me, in addition to losing 98 pounds 5 years ago, and being an athlete, runner, TRX instructor, and yoga instructor, Melissa, how do you stay so active and keep the 98 pounds off many years after the fact? The simple answer is organization and planning ahead. I would invite you to follow me on social media, On Fire Healing, and on the Facebook page, Foothills Wellness Center. Here's where I post a weekly menu of everything that I'm going to eat, and I've now started, by popular demand, videos of those recipes for the weekly menu. So the one that we're going to go over today is a very quick, simple grab-and-go salad, and I call it my mason jar salad. There's so many variations to this that you can do. It's endless. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The trick, of course, is to get a very large mason jar and how you layer it. So if you're making this ahead for the week, you want to make sure that you do it in the proper steps. Otherwise, you're going to end up by the end of the week with wilted lettuce. So the first thing that I'm going to add to the bottom of these, I'm going to go ahead and do 3 today, are cucumbers. So you can see here I have a cucumber. I'm just going to go ahead and slice the cucumbers. These are going to go on the bottom of the jar. Because of the water, over the week, they are going to release some of the water. So you want to make sure that that's on the bottom. Now I know that there's many mason jar salad recipes out there in which it calls for you to put the dressing on the bottom. By the end of the week, if you do this ahead of time on Sunday afternoon, as I typically do everything, it's going to be watered down dressing. So I'm either going to put the dressing in a little Tupperware container to take with me in my cooler, or I'm going to make a little parchment bowl to fit in the top of the mason jar and hold the dressing there. I'm not going to put it in the bottom. Then on top of the cucumbers, we're going to add whole small tomatoes. If you don't have the little tiny tomatoes, you can also cut those up, and those are going to go right on top of the cucumbers as well. Because over the week, they are also going to lose a little bit of water and come apart. But for this one, we are going to use the whole tomatoes. Then to that, we're going to add some celery and carrots, and we're just going to coarsely chop these just so we can get them into little some bite-sized pieces here. So you can see how they're chopped just kind of coarsely. We're going to do the same thing with the carrots. Now if you had a food processor, you could easily put these carrots in there, shred the carrots if you wanted it more of a finer consistency for the week. Okay. So I've got a couple of carrots here and some celery. We're just going to add on top of the cucumbers and the tomatoes. Now for protein for this, many of you, if you're a vegetarian, you could use some tofu or tempeh. We're going to add a little bit of cheese next, just a little bit. You can also, if you're adding just a little bit, add it to the top of the lettuce. However, remember that cheese weighs a little bit more, so it is going to push that lettuce down just a little bit. And if you make many of them ahead of time, it will wilt the lettuce. So then we're just going to add this spring mix here of lettuce straight to the mason jar. So you can kind of see here how we've got the layers now of the cucumber, the tomato, the celery, the carrots, a little layer of cheese, and then add as much of the lettuce that you want. In addition to this, then I'm also going to prepare some uncured turkey bacon to go with this, and then I'm probably going to also have this with some grilled chicken for added protein. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out On Fire Healing and Foothills Wellness Center Facebook pages to see the pictures of the finished product.